They don't struggle to pay the bills, they don't miss rent, and they don't panic when the card is swiped. And yet, they feel broke. Not the kind of broke that threatens survival, but the quieter kind. The feeling that something is always slightly off. It often begins with a raise. For a brief moment, there is relief, maybe even pride. This is it, they think. Now things will finally feel easier. But months pass and nothing really changes. The balance settles back to nearly the same place. The anxiety remains, and the question comes back, sharper than before. Where is my money actually going? Psychologists have noticed something consistent about people who earn well but still feel broke. It's not a lack of intelligence or an inability to handle numbers. Money, for them, has quietly become a way to regulate emotion. Spending isn't about buying things, it's about relief. A long week turns into a small reward. Stress turns into convenience. Progress turns into permission. Each purchase feels reasonable on its own, justified, even responsible. None of it feels reckless. But together, these decisions form a pattern that slowly tightens. These people don't experience money as safety. They experience it as pressure. Pressure to keep up. Pressure to not fall behind. Pressure to prove that their income actually means something. Lifestyle grows, not dramatically, but subtly. A better apartment, a nicer car, more subscriptions, more frictionless spending. Nothing extreme, just enough to erase the margin that once existed. Over time, their identity begins to run ahead of their financial foundation. Outwardly, everything looks stable. Internally, there is a sense of exposure. That's why checking a bank balance feels uncomfortable. Not because it is low, but because it reflects a lack of control. The money comes in, but it doesn't stay. It moves through them, never quite settling. Comparison deepens the tension. As income rises, reference points shift. Friends earn more. Social feeds grow louder. What once felt like enough begins to feel average, then insufficient. Even good money starts to feel small. The result is a strange emotional contradiction. They feel successful, but not safe. Capable, but always one surprise away from stress. Over time, the brain begins to interpret this as failure, even when the number suggests otherwise. This is why simple advice like just budget better rarely solves the problem. The issue isn't discipline. It's that money has been assigned too many psychological roles at once: relief, validation, security, and identity. And when money carries that weight, it never feels like enough. The shift doesn't begin with earning more. It begins with noticing why money never seems to settle. Because when money stops being a measure of self-worth, it finally becomes what it was meant to be: support, not stress.